Hello guys, this is the Ranting Gamer and this is my review of Bleach chapter 534. So, in the beginning of the chapter we see that Ishin has gone once again into the real world, possibly in order to find Masaki, and not possibly, he is going to find Masaki actually. And then we go to the Quincy mansion where we see Masaki coming back home and she's being interrogated by Ryuken's mother, and she is saying that she knows what Masaki has done, that she knows that Masaki has actually helped a Shinigami, meaning Ishin. And even though Masaki tries to deny it, Ryuken's mother, she says that she knows this from a certain source, that she has proof. Ryu is watching this whole scene from the stairs above, and as he sees that, he immediately knows who the traitor is. He immediately knows who has betrayed this secret, so to speak. And he rushes into the kitchen from what it seems, and he finds Katagiri. He grabs her and he pins her onto the wall, and he asks her about why she has done such a thing. And Katagiri responds that she did it because, basically because of what Ryu said, that the Quincy blood must remain pure, and the Quincy should know about Masaki's situation, about her wound, because then if they know, then they will be able to do something about the wound and treat it as they should, and actually make sure that her blood will not be contaminated with hollow stuff. Basically this happened because all for the sake of keeping the Quincy blood pure. That's the whole story and nothing else. Anyway, Ryu listens to Katagiri's words and he recognizes that these are his own words. Then he rushes onto the living room when he joins the argument of Masaki and his mother, and as he is trying to get Masaki's side, Masaki, she suddenly faints, and Ryu is rushing down to take her into his hands, and he notices that there is a hole, a hollow hole a hollow hole on her chest, and he sees that, he freaks out, and his mother sees that and she freaks out also. And then Ryuken just grabs Masaki and he just storms out of the house, much possibly to try to find someone who could help. And even though his bitch mother, I'm sorry to call her bitch, but she is a bitch actually, and even though his bitch mother is trying to tell him, Ryu, don't go please, and things like that, Ryu doesn't give a shit about her, and very rightfully so, and he rushes out to find somebody to help. A big hollow comes out of nowhere and it is almost ready to eat them both up. And Ishin also appears out of nowhere in the next page, and he slices that hollow in half. But before Ishin is able to even say anything, Ryu starts to accuse Ishin that it is his fault that Masaki has become like this. But it is Ryu's fault also, to be honest, because in the beginning he didn't stop Masaki from going out and see what is going on, and he didn't stop her fight with the black hollow. So I'm sure that Ryu is blaming himself, but as he saw Ishin, now he finds it as a way, let's say, to let out some steam, in my opinion. Anyway, and as Ryu is accusing Ishin for what has happened to Masaki, Urahara comes out of nowhere and he says to them that if they want Masaki to be saved, that they must follow him and they must be prepared to do some very tough choices in order for Masaki to be saved. And the chapter ends there. So basically what I liked about this chapter is, first and foremost, that I think that you guys must remember me like how I was pitching in the last episode, where I was saying that the flashback is very slow, but to be honest, in this flashback things are finally starting to kick up a notch, if you know what I mean. Things are finally starting to move a bit faster, and I like that very much. Basically I like it for two reasons, okay? A, because we are going to find finally many truths about Ichigo and his power and what kind of a being he is actually, because it seems that whatever kind of being Ichigo has turned out to be, Ishin and Ryu, they played a huge part I mean, there is simply no doubt about that. And secondary, because we saw a human side of Ryu which we haven't seen before. I mean, if you remember the times where he was speaking with Ishida, or when he was training him before the Arrancar arc, where he was training him to get his powers back. Do you remember that Ryu was actually somewhat very cold-hearted? And I am surprised to see him in this chapter where he has a lot of feelings, and he knows what is right and he knows what is wrong, and he has feelings for Masaki, and he tries to help her no matter what, and he doesn't care about the Quincy or his mother. And it was nice to see that Ryu actually has some emotions like everybody else, because in the beginning we saw him like this very cold, down to earth, you know, character. So it was very nice to me to see Ryu being like this. And also seeing Urahara coming out of the blue, it means that this is something that he has seen before about the holoification, and it seems that he knows what he has to do in order for Masaki to be saved, meaning that he has found a way to reverse the holoification effect, in my opinion at least. So yeah, it was basically a very good chapter because it prepares us for many great things to come. And as I said before, it's great to see basically that the Bleach manga will soon get out of this flashback and will go back to the main story. I am sorry that I am bitching about the flashback so many times, but I am not an expert, but I believe that a flashback should be done at a appropriate time and place, and I believe that even though this flashback is very related to Ichigo's story, many times I cannot help thinking that Kubo could have done it somewhat earlier. That's my opinion at least, because now you know that there are so many things that we are waiting to see in this Bleach arc, and I can't help thinking still that this flashback came in right out of nowhere actually. But anyway, yeah, good chapter, good pacing in my opinion, lots of things to come in the next chapter. I am very excited to see what is going to happen next. I hope that we will see many more great things and revelations to come. And Kubo, thank you for finally making your gears turn, if you know what I mean. So yeah, okay, that was my Bleach review for this week. I hope that all of you have a great day. Have fun in whatever you may do, and I'll see you later in my next review. Take care.